Welcome back to the laser targeting hack. Now, in the last video, I told you there were two ways you could laser target your ads and feed the machine with conversion data fast. And the first one was using a tool, which we have already talked about extensively. And the second one involves building your own custom audience. And I'm going to show you the strategies. We've already talked about how you can use the tool, so let's move over to the next lesson. So the laser targeting hack that involves audience building is a strategy where a two-step strategy where you start off with a reach ad or an awareness ad, and then use that to build an audience of highly engaged people that you can then show new ads to so they can convert. Now, it might surprise you that some of the rich ads will be profitable in themselves. Of course, they are low budget rich ads, but some of them will be profitable themselves if you've done it the right way, which is the way I'm going to be showing you. Okay. And what that two step is, like I said, is that we are going to build a streamlined on platform audience. There's a difference between on and off platform audience. Off platform audiences include, for instance, people who click add to cart or initiated checkout on your website. That's off platform. And then there's on platform, for example, people who watched a video. Okay. And there are tools today that can even help you to build off platform video views that is pretty much accurate, but it's still in the private mode. So I'm not really going to talk about that. I'm just going to focus on the on platform audience that you can build. Now, once we build that streamlined audience, we can then go ahead and create a conversion ad that targets this audience specifically. So I'll just be showing you exactly how to go about doing this in my ad account. So when you come into your ad account, you're going to click create campaign, create, and you're going to select awareness. So I'm not going to touch anything in the campaign here. I'm just going to go straight to the ad set level where we will be implementing what I'll be showing you. Now we have the ad sets, you know, and we're just going to go straight down. You could set a budget of $1. It doesn't have to be much, or it could be $5, depending on how aggressive you want to push this. Okay. It could be $100 depending on your strategy. But, just for the purpose of this lesson, I'm just trying to tell you that you don't need a big daily budget for your budget. Okay. And then you do all your start dates and all that stuff. Try to start your campaign early enough in the day, or you set it for early in the next day. Now, when it comes to the audience controls, remember, audience controls are like hard rules that Facebook would not break. And that's why you have just three of them, which is the location, the age, and custom audiences that you may want to exclude. But we're not going to be doing any of those. We could just leave the location to the location that you want to get most people from. If you also want to reach like the United Kingdom, or you have a set of countries or cities that you want to reach, you're going to define that pretty much in this audience under audience controls, right? So once you've done that, let's use United States. Once you've done that, you want to come straight down. You can set the minimum age if you wish. Okay, that's if you're in a very narrow audience, but you want to try to target, you know go as narrow as possible, on drill down on the people you want to reach. Okay, now here there are two strategies. Now the first one is to use Advantage Plus and then give it an audience suggestion. So for instance, if I'm trying to reach Facebook advertisers, I will come here and click on what I just clicked, right, to give suggestions, and then click on detailed targeting. And I could say online advertising, for instance, and I'll select the interest, right? So this just gives the machine an idea of the kind of people I want to reach. So they start out there first. Now, the second method involves switching to the original audience options, which some people prefer. Now, to do that, just come here and click on this link and select use original audience, and you should see what you've been familiar with, all the while you've been running ads on Facebook. Okay, so now once you're on this page, take note it brought the interest I already selected before, but for you it's not going to show anything. You would have to manually type in the interest you trying to target. Now, this kind of ad is one of the few times where you'll be able to turn off audience expansion, which is now called advantage detailed targeting. So you want to make sure that it's turned off. Otherwise, there's no need switching to original options. You should just go ahead and use Advantage Plus. But if you're using original audience options, then make sure that this is turned off, right? And then once you have that, you want to go ahead and create your ad. Now, I want you to observe something. Under performance goals, right at the top of your ad set, there are different options that you could select. So let's take a look at them. But for the purpose of this strategy I'm sharing with you, you want to stick with either maximize reach ads or maximize true play views if you're using the video. Now, there's a reason for this. You're not trying to sell using this ad, you are building an audience. Now, if someone watches a video that has been properly created to showcase content as a content rich video, and the person watches 15% of that video, or 15 seconds of that video, that person is likely engaged and that person is likely interested. So for instance, I could create a video talking about the problems advertisers are having now, right? The video could be saying, could have a hook that says, here's why your ads are not working right now. If you're advertising on Facebook, and I begin to drill down and talk about, that for maybe a minute to 2 minutes, and then I select maximize true play views, okay? And then when I create my ad, I'll use a video, right? I will add the video that I want, okay? I could just select any video for the purposes of what I intend to do. Okay. And they are giving me some stories, but I'm going to ignore that, right? And then on the ad text, I could just say, here's why your ads are not working on Facebook. Or here's why your Facebook ads are not working, right? And you could add, of course, this just the exact way you create your campaign. I'm not here to teach you how to create a campaign. I'm telling you that the video, what you're using should be a video that is educative. If you don't want to use a video, you could use um, an image, right? And have your ad text doing all the explanation. So, for example, if you're selling fashion items, for example, you could use a video that says, well, here's how to mix and match your wardrobe so it looks like you have more. Just basically content marketing, something that gives out value that your audience will be interested in. That's the strategy. It doesn't matter what you sell. It could be an e-com product. It could be a service. Just to give out value. That's all I'm saying. Okay. And now, you want to make sure that if people stick around to watch the video longer than 3 seconds, it means that they are in your audience and they are the kind of people you want to reach. So make sure that you're not trying to pull in the general public. Your content needs to be tailored to the kind of people that you're trying to reach. The next, you cannot add a headline, okay? If you want to add a headline, that's fine, but you could keep it like this, right? So people think it's just content and they're interacting with it as just content. But that doesn't stop you from including your link in your primary text. So you could say, visit Gutson. All right. You could add your link. That's fine. You could add link to your sales page or your product page if you're selling e-com products. You could add a link to your store, right? But if you want to add a headline, you will need to click on add destination. Okay. And that means that you're going to be sending some traffic to your website. And so you could add a headline still talking about, what your content is talking about. For instance, I could say, watch this if you're meta ads are not working. Simple, right? and you're going to add the link. So the call to action, I don't want it to send a message. I want it to send people to my store, to my website, and I'll change the call to action button to learn more. I would click on website and I'll add my website. Okay. And when you do that, people can click on learn more and they'll be taken to your website. So I don't know why this is not showing the button, but ordinarily it will be showing the button. Okay. Now, once you've created your ad like this, you want to click, of course, for it to track your website events. And if you want to build a parameter for your UTMs, you can do that as well. Once you're done with that, you're going to hit publish. Okay. Now, the ad is going to start running, and that completes the first step of this, audience building process. Now, there's a second step. The second step is that you're going to just imagine we've published this. Okay, I'm going to close this. You're going to head over to audiences, which should be somewhere here. If you can find it here, you can click on all tools and you'll be able to find it somewhere, you know, in this whole thing. In this suite of options, you're going to find audience there. So we're going to click on audiences and we are going to start creating new audiences. So you click on create audience and you select custom audience and you're going to select video. Okay. There are different kinds of audiences you can create, but you're going to select video. The other ones we're going to play around is Facebook page and also Instagram account. Now for the video, you select it like this and you click next. You can select the retention period and then you can choose the engagement type. You can say people who watched at least 3 seconds of the video or 10 seconds of the video or 15 seconds of the video, depending on the quality of people you're trying to target. So let's select 15, for example. And okay, I could just select all three. Okay, now you'll be asked to select the videos. I'll rather use just one for the sake of this, example. So you select the videos you want. Okay, so you select the page. So for instance, you will now search for the video you're looking for. Let's assume this is the video that I want, that I created the ad with. You look for that exact video. Okay. And okay, this one has 19,000 people who saw this video. You could keep moving around by hitting this button here and searching for videos based on, the different videos that you've created. I mean, if you cannot find that particular video and you click confirm, so now you have maybe 30,000 people you could reach out to. Basically, you want your audience to be around as large as possible. If you want to be able to scale, you want to have at least 1 million views on that video. And then you click on the audience name to enter a name. You could just say watched XYZ video, right? And then you click create audience. I'm not going to be following through on that because I don't want to make an audience out of this. So that's how to create, a video audience. Now the next one is that you can create an engagement audience, people who engage with your page. So you're going to say, okay, within the last, let's say 30 days, the people who engaged with your page, right? You want to reach out to them. Now that is include account center who meet any of the following criteria, right? And there are other options. You could say people who currently like or follow your page, and there's so many different options here. You could even target it to people who engaged with any post or ad, or you could target it with people who clicked a call to action, right? People who sent a message to your page, people who saved any post, right? So that's you want to do this when you want to use this option when you've started running your ads and they've started having significant number of viewers and people who the accounts they've reached, which you can always see in your ad account if you go on the campaigns and you could check how many people the ads has gotten to. Okay, once you're done with that, you want to enter the name of this audience. You could say engaged with page in 30 days. Okay, and then you click create audience. Now this is going to populate and give you an audience, right? So you could just say, okay, these are the people who viewed a certain video or interacted with a certain ad or interacted with a certain page, which could be your Facebook page, or your Instagram page. Let me show you the Instagram one. You click that, you click next, and you can go ahead and select the kind of event, right? Or and you select your page, you select the kind of event, the duration you want to retain that audience for, give it a name, and then you save. Okay, now once you've done this, your audience will start populating, and a number of people who have interacted with your audience will become available. For instance, this one says 35,000 people are in this audience, right? And with that, you can now go to the next step of the process, which involves you creating your ads. So let's just quickly do that. So if we go back to campaigns, this time around, we're going to click create and we're going to have a conversion campaign. So we click on sales, you click continue, and then you select manual campaign setup. The e-commerce people can sometimes enjoy Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, but for the sake of this training where I'm teaching you how to laser target people based off the audience that you have built using your awareness campaign, this is what you're going to do. You click on manual sales campaign and then you click continue. I'm going to jump all this here and just head straight to ad sets. Of course, you select the website, you give your ad set a name. I'm not going to talk a lot about all that. You select your pixel, you select your conversion event, you select purchases, for instance. And of course, I don't have to talk to you about budget. You know how to go about your budget. Depending on what you spend, you could set a large budget, $150, if the audience is big enough, per day, right? And then you want to calm down. And this is where I want to talk about your audience controls, right? So first of all, um, if you want to scale really big, you just click on audience suggestions and then use the custom audience that you've just created. But that's not what we are going to be doing. You want to laser target, and as long as you continue to build the other audience, I mean the video view audience or the reach audience, if you're using, just ad text, you're going to click on switch to original options and click on original audience. And then you're going to come here and just select custom audience. Boom, and that's that. And you want to make sure you uncheck reach people beyond your custom audience. And you're going to be reaching only people who are laser targeted and are interested in what you are selling. Okay. You don't need to do so much on the location. You could pretty much select all countries. Um, you don't want to touch the age. There's no need for all that because the only audience you're going to be reaching are people who engage here. Okay, are people who engaged with your video or watched it to a certain extent, and you're going to create your ads as usual, the exact way. You can turn off more of the advertiser ads if you know feel free to play around, but the most important thing is that you've been able to build your laser audience based off of a video. The video is going to be the most powerful way for you to do this. Okay, because the one way you use the ad text, people could interact with it. You're not sure how much time they spent reading the content and all that. So the video views is always the best way to build your laser audience. um you know you could build your laser audience based on the engagement you've gotten on that video. Okay, so the like I said earlier, the reach ad on its own, I mean the awareness campaign, this one is going to get sales most of the time if you've done the education properly. So you're educating people basically about the problem they're having or giving them a solution to a problem they're having. You know, find a way to ask yourself, what would my audience, my primary audience, be interested in hearing today? What would they be interested in hearing right now? What trends are they interested in pursuing and following? What problems are they trying to solve? And then create your content around that, and find a way to tie it into your product, what you sell, and use that video, whether it's faceless or has your face in person, it doesn't matter. Just have the video providing the solution and then retarget people who watch that video. Some of the people from the awareness campaign are going to go ahead to your website and buy, and you will be able to see it in your ad account as long as you've set up tracking like I showed you to do. And you've set up your pixels correctly, you're also going to get some results from this awareness campaign and massive results from your sales or conversion campaign. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've gotten a ton of value. You want to learn how to create really powerful campaigns, really powerful ads, and powerful creatives that get results, a ton of results, even on Advantage Plus, then go watch my videos and my course on creative targeting. All right, that's the end once again. That's just a shameless plug. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.